So Miss Shadow here walks pretty good. She's a little bit disconnected though. So she's paying a lot of attention to the environment and very little or no attention to me as her handler. But as you can see, the leash isn't tight. You know, she might get a little bit ahead of me, feels the tight leash, and then slows down again. But here, this is a perfect example of how you can have a dog not pulling on the leash, but not in a structured heel. So the point of a structured heel is to have the dog's state of mind with you. So for them to be calm and focused on the handler. Now she's not pulling, but she's not calm. Check out those ears. Every time they stand up like that, it means she's hyper fixated, hyper focused on something. So her state of mind isn't calm, but also she's not paying attention to me whatsoever. She's just paying attention to her and everything else in her environment. So this is something that I find so many people don't realize. They think that just because the dog isn't pulling on the leash, it means that they're having a structured leash walk. That's not it at all. It's nice that the dog doesn't pull on the leash, absolutely, but the most important thing about your leash walk, your structured leash walk, is where is the dog's state of mind? Is the dog calm? Is the dog 100% focused on her handler? Or is the dog fixating, ears up, ears forward, smelling things on the ground, hyper fixated on the environment? So here we have a dog out in the yard. She's getting more fixated. Hear the breathing. And a little bit worried. Hi. Yeah. So, these are all little things that we're going to work on with Miss Shadow, just to get her state of mind where we want it. In that nice handler-focused, calm state, so that she can follow her handler rather than her handler just sort of being along for the ride. Good morning, guys. So hopefully you can hear me. It's pretty windy out here right now, but we're out for our first real structured walk with Miss Shadow. She's in a proper heel today, so she's following me, getting leash guidance from me if she gets out of position or gets distracted. So when she looks the opposite way, you see me just give her a little communication through the leash there by just bending my wrist ever so slightly. So as we're walking, she has a short leash, but it's floppy. So it should be completely loose unless I do that. And then I just guide her back to my side. So when I'm walking with her, we're pretty well in constant communication all the time. So I'm helping her, showing her where I want her to walk, but more importantly, where I want her state of mind while we walk. So every time she gets a little distracted by something off there in the woods, I just bend my wrist ever so slightly, give her a little bit of information through the leash, and just say, no, back with me, back with me. And she's in a beautiful position. Anytime she goes to put her head down to sniff, I just pull up on the leash, because now's not the time to sniff. When it's potty time, then she'll have the full leash and she can sniff and potty to her little heart's content. But right now is the time for calm state of mind, structured heel, and just following. So when we're walking with dogs, we want the dogs following us. We don't want them out ahead of us. So we want them physically following us, but we more importantly want them mentally following us. So I can have a dog who is keeping the leash loose and floppy, but is completely disconnected and detached from me. Whoa! gonna hide under this tree here while it rains on us. Ask her for a little sit. Every time I stop walking, she should stop walking and sit. So we're getting her used to her auto sits. Good girl. Yeah, so most importantly, when you have a dog walking with you, you want its mind to be calm and following. So you don't want the dog ahead of you, hyper fixated on the environment, ready to react to every little thing. You want a dog who's just 100% focused and following the handler. So the dog is taking your lead. So if I stop and stand under the tree here while we get poured on, she should stop and calmly wait with me. When I walk down the street, she should calmly walk beside me, with more of her attention on me than anything else in the environment. And she's doing an awesome job today because it's a little bit wild out here. It's blowing, it's windy, there's stuff going everywhere, and she's doing great. Aren't you, Mama? Good girl.